the Sharpie marker, the original fine tip Sharpie marker. Truly perfection. It is an awesome product. I have one issue with it, and I'm going to solve it in a series of videos. Let me explain to you what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to over-engineer. It's going to be a crazy ride. The issue I have is the color of the ink is on the cap. And you do not want to store a marker like this because gravity will pull the ink to the bottom and it will prematurely dry out your marker. That's not good. So I want to store them like this. If you have a bucket that's opaque, you cannot see the colors. So if you want to use a marker, you've got to randomly start pulling these things out until you find the one you want. Big problem. So here are my requirements. Cap side down storage. You must be able to see the cap, so nothing opaque. You should be able to easily drop it into the device without forcing it down in, like pushing it into foam or something like that, which is probably opaque, not good. I want things to be neat and orderly, so straight up and down. Like 1 degree maybe, but practically completely vertical. Since I love order, I want the clips to orient themselves on the north, south, east, west compass directions. It would just be nice to have these kind of all line up in the same direction. The item should be able to be spun like a Lazy Susan and 100% mechanical, no batteries, no microcomputers or anything like that. That's what I want to engineer. Here's what I'm thinking. The first 3 discs would be clear acrylic. The pen would enter circles drilled through everything. And as they entered the holder, they would align perfectly vertical and the clips would spin naturally towards the 4 compass points. And this odd-looking thing is the key to making it happen. What the heck is this? Well, here's what I'm planning on doing. All of these will be in a unique playlist, so follow along. I am putting even more behind-the-scenes content free for anyone to see on Patreon and on my Instagram. Links in the doodly-doo. So if you look closely at the geometry of the pen cap, I want to capitalize on several things. I want to entrap the cap in 1/8 inch clear acrylic sheets that I can carve on my CNC machine. They make certain types of plastic that carve like wood. It's kind of incredible. This is it right here. Let's look at the shape of this pen cap. I want to capture the pen cap in this acrylic at these top 2 points where the diameter of the cap is the same. And then as you move down the cap, you can see it tapers. And then I want to adjust for that. And at the very bottom, I hope to sit this on a mirrored surface to amplify the amount that you can see, because the cap needs to be very visible. That's the whole key, since there's no indication of the color at the top. The clip is angled, and I want to take advantage of that angle tip. So as the pen drops deeper into the device via gravity, I want to gently nudge the clip into one of the 4 compass point directions so they are all uniform, because I like things to be uniform. And that means that cutting directly through a piece of acrylic straight up and down might not do it. For the best possible experience, it should be partially chamfered. Not the whole way through, but partially. This contraption will be a way to insert test pieces, because I'll do many, many prototypes, and then have a good way to confirm that these pieces of acrylic, there'll be 3 of them and a 4th one on the base, that these pieces of acrylic will be at the exact same spot they would be on the final product. So this little tiny wooden contraption is what will help with many, many, many prototypes until I get it perfect. And once it's perfect, I will have the ultimate Sharpie holder that meets all of my requirements. Do you want to come on this crazy journey with me? Yes, you do. Okay, follow along. I'll post things here on YouTube, but a lot of stuff's going on Instagram and for free on Patreon. So help me along this journey. I'll be asking for tips and suggestions. Help me make it better. Thanks, Internet.